I'm always someone who wants to give everything, to work hard. Of course, on the ball, I believe in myself. I know what I'm capable of. Probably didn't want to leave the club initially, but I think sometimes the massive thing in football is having confidence and having your rhythm. It was kind of a mutual thing that I get back in, get around the boys. We're going to have to be there for each other. It's a long season, it's a tough season, and yeah, I think it's on us to put a smile on the supporters' face. You always want to be playing in the Premier League. There's also an acceptance of where you are at this moment in time, and we have to be ready. The end of last season with Vitor, obviously I wasn't playing as much, and obviously, of course, I probably didn't want to leave the club initially, but I think sometimes you just want to play football, and when you're training so hard every day, your reward is playing the games, and obviously I just wasn't getting that. So I think sometimes the massive thing in football is having confidence and having your rhythm, and sometimes if you're in and out, it's difficult to to find rhythm and probably play your best stuff. Like you say, I'm always someone who wants to give everything, to work hard. Of course, on the ball, I believe in myself. I know what I'm capable of.
Pulled back to Doyle. Doyle onto his left foot, striking! Oh my goodness me! What a goal! Tommy Doyle has smashed it into the top corner!
The probability of him playing regularly was not good. So he's played in the Premier League already. He was an influence in Gary's team at times. So that's great. He's shown the quality that there is there. So you have discussions with him, you have discussions with the representatives. We had interest in a great football club in Birmingham, and just thought best for all parties that he goes there, has a chance to play regular football.
I mean, we had some massive spells where we were really, really good. 4-0s, 4-1s, them types of games where we did really well. And then obviously we just had some games where we didn't do as well as we should have done. Probably lacked a little bit of experience in the Championship. It's a difficult league. Anyone can kind of beat anyone. It can be punishing. I think obviously we just had a lot of new faces to the Championship, and I think in certain moments where you needed to win or have a little bit of luck, it was just kind of going the opposite way for us.
I'd imagine he'll be disappointed overall with the amount of game time that he's had, but he will want to establish himself as a professional that plays all of the time. He's certainly one that loves the game and has that desire to influence every minute of a football match. So yes, he'll have frustrations, but ambition is all we ask of our players, and he has that in abundance.
And with that blow of a whistle, it might not be mathematically so just yet, but we'll all stay in the Premier League. It's all but certainly coming to an end.
Obviously, I think the writing had been on the wall for a long time, probably way before Rob got here. They try to do their best for the football club, and it can go one way or the other. Obviously, under Vitor, it went a negative way, which is unfortunate, and it's kind of put the club in a difficult position. But we have to accept that. I think everybody has accepted that. Of course, as fans, it's probably difficult to accept because they've seen some great moments at this football club.
You reset whatever the previous season were, and we know we've had massive disappointments ourselves, but every single player always has an opportunity, and pre-season is a reset for everybody.
Morning. How are you, mate? You okay? You all right?
How are you, pal? Okay, good time, I could see you.
I've really enjoyed the past couple of days, and just being back, seeing everybody, whether that be physio, chefs. It's just nice to see everybody again. And obviously it's nice that when they see you, there's a big smile on their face, because that means that you're well respected. You know, it was kind of a mutual thing that, you know, I get back in, get around the boys, and obviously me personally, how I feel like I can probably be a leader in this group now.
The fact that he's coming back for these 2 weeks, great for us to see him, great for him to expose himself to the coaching staff. He's always been a top professional, loves playing. It's always a great starting point for the boys when they love playing. Just wants to be involved. You know, with his attributes, he's quite unique actually with his passing range, the quality that he has in our current squad. And he's got a real chance for us to build a team around him.
Players racing up with him to the edge of the box. Cunha striking, deflecting. It's in! It's in! We are 10 seconds away. Doyle wins it from Garnacho, plays it forwards. Cunha, he's got Hwang in support. We're bearing down on goal. Into the penalty area, lays it off. Hee-chan round, Wolves win the...
You know, there will be games where you're under pressure and you have to suffer a little bit, and that's where, you know, it comes from within. You know, it's our desire, it's our passion, it's our self-pride, and we'll need plenty of that because, you know, you get given a game plan, but, you know, there will be times where that changes and, you know, you have to notice that as a player. And you need leaders, you need experience of lads that have been there and done it before, which there is already some boys in the club. You know, you look at Armour, who's played in the Championship a lot. Just looking forward to getting back into pre-season. Really, obviously we're at a stage now where a break will be nice, but because of the conversations and because of what I've seen in training now, I'm eager now to get back into pre-season.
Ready? Bouncing yours, bouncing there, good, away.
But you can see that there's a happiness back to the place, a bit of a buzz. Obviously there's still a massive disappointment of the relegation. If you focus to next season, I think there'll be a real excitement around the place. Obviously pre-season we'll be ready to go, and you know the standards will be high and really push each other in the right manner. But yeah, I know from being in for however many days I've been in now what's required and the standards, and yeah, that will obviously heighten as we go into the Championship, and as I said before, there'll be a lot of expectation. And yeah, I think it's on us to enjoy that, to embrace the pressure.
Get yourself into the flats with your partner. Italy. White, blue,
Every season in the game we mature as players, so yeah, he will have learnt lessons. That's definitely like to be the case. We have close ties with all our players when they're out on loan, so we're very aware of, for example, the fact that he becomes a father for the first time. But we have the player care department and the loans department who take such good care of the lads that I like to feel like even when they're away from us, they still know they're very much a part of our family.
Just brings you so much joy, being a dad, watching your little one grow. And it brings you a lot of joy as well, seeing your partner become a mum and real grow into that role. It's been amazing to watch Rebecca grow as a mum. Yeah, she's the backbone of the family. You know, it's amazing to see how they grow and how they mature, and you know how much love that they have for the baby. And yeah, you know they always need their mum, don't they? And she's always there for her. And you know I try and do my bit, and you know it's nice that, you know, with our schedules, you can train in the morning and you get the afternoons with your family. You know, you can never take them moments for granted. And I think that can take pressure off the football pitch as well, especially in bad moments. You know, when you go home and you see your family, maybe takes a little bit of weight off your shoulder in difficult times. And like I say, through the good and the bad of last season, my family was there. And, you know, that was the most important thing for me. I really love the football club. It's a great football club. Obviously there's frustrations of where it is now, but you know, I keep saying that's on us now as players to deal with that. Yeah, I'd have played against him when he was at Southampton for All the time, probably when I was at Sheffield United as well.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scored against us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, against Birmingham.
That's what you want
As a footballer. You want these challenges. You know, of course, you want to be playing in the highest league. That won't change. You always want to be playing in the Premier League. There's also an acceptance of where you are at this moment in time, where the club is at this moment in time, and we have to be ready. It's enjoyable. Looking forward to pre-season. You know, it'll be nice to spend some time again with the lads. There's new faces. You know, get around each other and create a bond, because we're going to have to be there for each other. It's a long season. It's a tough season. There's a lot of games. They come thick and fast, especially with the cup competitions. It's nice to be back. I mean, this is a top stadium in the Championship. Yeah. Top stadium. I'm just looking forward to have a smile back on my face and, you know, put a smile on the supporters' face, and you have to accept that responsibility, you know, with a joy, with an arrogance to a certain point that, you know, we're going to give everything, and we believe that we can get back to the Premier League.